Okay, hello everyone. We are going to talk about understanding the sentence and avoiding fragments by Fabio Marchena, Laura Marzola, and me, Maria Alejandra Pereira. Understanding the sentence, Laura, please.
Okay. Understanding the sentences. The sentences are the first. It's what is a sentence? I explain to you that the sentence is a group of the word given and completed thought. A sentence must contain a subject and verbs. Okay, maybe say what is a verb? And a subject. Okay, I explain you. Subject is a part of the sentence that contain the person or things performing the actions, and verb. Verb is the action or statement of begin the sentences. Verbs can be expressed in different tenses, developing um, when the action is being the performance. The other is noun. Okay, noun is a word that the name something such as a person, place, things, or areas. In sentences, noun can play the role of subjects direct and object indirect. For example, the noun is the name of the William, Carlos, the proper names. Okay. So the articles are different articles for a, an, and the, and others. But in this case, the articles are words that define a noun as a specific and unspecific things. And continues, Maria Alejandra explain you the different topics, the more of the profound. Okay, Maria Alejandra, please.
Okay, Laura, as you said, we can find subject structure in English, type of sentence that is simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence. In that case, subject of sentence, we can find a subject performing an action. As example, my dog loves the postman. We can find obviously the subject is described. The dog is friendly. That means that the my dog have a friendly humor. The subject is identified. My dad is the one on the middle, and we obviously can situate the subject in one place in the middle of something, and at the end the subject has an action. Don't do it. My dog was taking on the bed. Okay, continue. We can find obviously subject, prepositional phrase, and verb. In that case, a can of lima beans sit on the chair. The verb sits agreed with the subject can, not with the beans. And obviously, we can find subjects, dependent clause, and verb. In that case, the woman who went to the meeting were worried. The verb were agree with the subject woman, not with the meeting. And according to Laura said, a noun is a word that names as a person, place, or thing. In that case, for example, William, that means person, New York City, that means place, building, that means things. And we can find obviously other nouns as idea. In that case, honestly, friendship, freedom, loyalty, angry, wisdom, and memory. According to the article, we can find an that is used in front of the singular countable nouns, a person, animal, or thing, which are not specific. We don't use a before uncountable or countable nouns. If a noun starts with a consonant with consonant sound, B, C, D, and the other one, a comes before the noun. In that cases, a cat, a beer, a house, a bike. With n is an in front of singular countable noun which are not specific. We don't use n before uncountable or plural nouns. If the noun starts with a vowel sound, m's come before the noun. In that cases, an apple, an egg, an ant, and the other ones. For the, we use the in front of the of nouns. It don't matter whether the nouns are singular, plural, countable, or uncountable. To describe something or someone specific or unique. In those cases, the air, the word, the noun, the president, and the other one. To define the article the is used before the noun to specific and as a something previously considered. When to use the, we use the after you have talked about it the first time. It is a this is a dog. The dog is brown. We use the when the person are you talking to already knows what you are talking about. I am going to talk. I am going to the bank. There is something knocking at the door. Sorry, there is someone knocking at the door. It is most the computer repairman. Um, to the end of this presentation, and. The difference between and an. And an has the same meaning. And are independent articles. In defining, sorry, articles. The difference depends on the sound and the beginning of the next word. When the next word start with the consonant sound, we use a. In that case, it's a book, a car, a dog, a frog, a lemon, a truck. But when the next vowel start with a vowel sound, when the next word, sorry, start with a vowel sound, we use an. In the cases, an apple, an egg, an insert, and the other one. Be careful, please. Be careful. The sound of the letter is important. And house, and uncle, but an hour, the H in the beginning of the hour is silent. A university, the U in the beginning of the university sounds like you. The rules apply to all words after an and m, including adjectives and adverbs. In that case, it's a cool day, a very crazy person, an easy lesson, an interesting class. Okay, that is all for today. Um, can you see something? Can you say something, Laura?
Yes, I saying that I give you or I told you one example that resume the old aspect that we explain you. For example, Maria and David go to the San Andreas beach. In this phrase, we can see the subject, a verb, the articles and nouns, and to continue, Fabio explain the topic, avoiding fragments. So thank you. Fabio,
Thank,
please.
thank you. Fabio, continue
Avoiding
please.
fragments. What are a sentence fragments? Fragments are incomplete sentences. They lack a subject, a complete verb, or fail to express a complete thought. For example, should call a cab. The subject is missing. The bus arriving at noon. The verb is incomplete. Ing verbs cannot stand alone. Because Ross Fuentes teach math. This is an incomplete thought. Incomplete sentences are easy to make, especially in first draft, because you often think faster than you can write. It is easy to skip a word, shift your train of thought, or break off part of a sentence, producing fragments. We flew to Chattanooga last weekend. The Chicago airport was crowded, trying to find a place to park. Took over an hour. We almost missed our flight. Let's revise the fragment. We flew to Chattanooga last weekend. The Chicago airport was crowded. Trying to find a place to park took over an hour. We almost missed our flight. Fragments are not always short. Even a single word, when stated as a command, stated a complete thought. For example, duck. The subject you is understood. A long string of words, however, can be a fragment. It is failed to state a complete thought. For example, because the mayor recently appointed advisory council failed to meet before she suddenly announced her intention to run for governor.